Hi, I'm trying to talk to you more softly since I got roasted by the sound of my own voice in last week's video. So, what up is apparently not a cool way to start any conversation. But hello, hopefully by now you have headphones in your ear. You are either watching this video on Monday or on Tuesday. You know that we're doing class a little bit differently this week, just changing it up. I told you last week that my goal is that everybody grows. Everybody does better, gets better, works toward doing everything we can to be successful. You also know that as of now, we have 2 weeks. 2 weeks until STAR. And so that means that we don't take any off days, right? There's no days off for us. And so here I am coming to you again from my living room. This video will not be 15 minutes long, promise. But I do have to give you an update on Agatha the cat. We are in a fight currently. I need you to know because those of you who stalk me on Instagram already know this, but I came home tonight. It's Sunday, not for you, but for me right now it's Sunday, and I came home this evening and walked over to where her food and water bowl are, and her food bowl had totally been tumped over. Like almost all of the food was knocked out of it, and I was like, there's no way she ate all that food. Oh, she didn't. She somehow got a lot of the food into the water bowl, and the rest of it is on the ground, on the floor near the water bowl. And I'm just so confused about how she did that because she doesn't have thumbs, and that's important to be able to, you know, turn things over. Anyway, apparently she and I are fighting, but I don't know what I did to cause that. So your guess is as good as mine, but because we're in a fight, I'm not sure that you'll see her coming by at any point. I am here to tell you though that the assignment that you're doing today is on your own, right? So this means you're gonna watch this video, you're gonna get instructions from me, you're gonna get some reminders from a fellow student, shout out. You'll see who that is coming up, just so you have to hear my voice less. Congratulations. And then you're gonna get started on the work. You're gonna go back to the instructions page and follow all of those instructions. We're doing class split in half in hopes that trying something new, again, we're growing, you're growing, that trying something new is going to help more people. And that's the point, that's the deal. And so if at any point you need to pause something, rewind, replay, feel free to do that. But I'm here to give you instructions on what to do. So you should have by now already gone to the drawer at the back of the room and gotten a copy of Sneaky Supermarket Spies is the name of what you're reading today. In just a second, we're gonna transition to a fellow student. Shout out to Desiree for being the best. She is, I regret that. You're gonna make fun of me for it. Let's move on. Anyway, she is going to remind you of what we do whenever we read things that look like what you have in front of you. So as she's talking, your job, pause it if you need to, but she's gonna tell you all the things that she does because she's a great student, and that you do because you're a great student every time you see a text like that. That's not just in Miss Caton's class when you know I'm watching you like a crazy person. It's also on the STAR test. I don't know where you're gonna be testing, but if we practice these things now, the hope is that when STAR comes, you will do them the way that we practice them. That's the hope. So here in just a second, you're going to hear from Desiree, and then I'm gonna come back maybe and remind you of what you need to do. And then you'll get started. So here's Desiree.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what to do with this article. So before you start reading, you want to survey the text and see if there's any subheadings, captions, pictures. Though there aren't many, that doesn't mean it's not an expository text, so you still want to go and look for that. Then after you do that, you're going to go write expository at the top, and then you're going to list everything you know about expository. After you do that, you're going to write a purpose question. Now, the reason for a purpose question is so that way you know why you're reading the text, and so that way you don't get bored of it after reading for a little bit. After you do that, you're going to go ahead and go chunk the text. And after you chunk the text, you're just going to read the article. This has been Desiree reporting to you live from Miss Caton's hallway. See you later.
Can we have a moment for Desiree's amazing job? She's gonna hate that I'm doing this whole thing, but shout out to her. If you would like to be featured in a instructional video, just hit me up. Send me an email, no big deal. jessiecaton@lubbockisd.net. So it could be you next week. It's gonna be great. So you just heard from Desiree. Your job, if you have not already, is to brain dump at the top of the page. So lots of what Desiree talked about is what we're calling brain dumping. It's looking at it, knowing what we're reading, and once we figure it out, writing that at the top, and then just putting on the page everything that I know about that type of text. Let's say I can only remember 3 things. I think I remember Miss Caton saying that it's expository and then it has text features. So write text features down. I know that expository has facts and details. Write that down. Do you remember the purpose of expository text? Write that down. Even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3 things, the idea is that dumping it all at the top of your page is going to help you be more confident and more successful in knowing how exactly you need to read what we're reading. So I'm gonna hush. We're several minutes in, way shorter than 15. Yeah, I'm actually gonna show you a message from Desiree that she's going to murder me for including this video, but it's too good not to because I'm immature and 12 years old and it's fine. So you're gonna watch Desiree. Feel free to repeat that as many times as you need to. I mean, same for the instructions too. Then I want you to go back to the Google Doc that you got instructions for, and you should be on number 3. 3. However you wanna do that. Number 3 is where you're gonna get started. So good luck, work hard. Proud of you, you can do this. Yeah.
This has been Desiree reporting to you live from Miss Caton's hallway, you know, where you walk at.